Welcome to Films and Stuff with your hosts, Pete Mitchell and Ethan Hunt.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Films and Stuff. I'm Ethan, joined, as always, by most valuable Pete. Hey, Pete. Thanks for joining today. How are you?
I am great, buddy. How are you?
I feel like I'm more enthusiastic, and that's because I know what's next. And what's next is one of our patented / trademarked good old rambles.
That's right. You say it's patented, I say it's trademarked. Either way, it's regulated by the government.
Neither one is actually accurate, but we still say it. You know, we've done over 300 episodes on Films and Stuff now. And I think that our rambles, this ramble, I think, is kind of the genesis even of the podcast itself, right? I mean, it just started as you and I just kind of talking about like everything under the sun, stuff we've seen, haven't seen, want to see. And it just kind of like snowballs and goes into all these different directions. And I think we've tried to hold back on them just because, one, those episodes are hard to name. And two, it's also not always as enjoyable for listeners as it is for us if they haven't seen or want to see kind of the same stuff. But for me, I have to say, I really, really enjoy going on the ramble because it's just like post after post after post, snippet, snippet, snippet. Like just, I don't know. My attention and my neurons are just like firing like bonkers whenever we do it.
Yeah. And it allows us to touch base on a wide variety of things that we're talking about, not just films, hence the stuff part of it. But yeah.
The stuff. So we recently did a separate episode on The Rip on Netflix. What else are you watching?
I think we talked about this very briefly. I actually am not watching a lot, and that's because I haven't had really much access to stuff that I want to see in the cinema. I don't know how things are for you, but like it's slim pickings for me. And anytime there is something that I might tangentially want to watch, it's in the cinema for such a short period of time that if I don't watch it on opening weekend, the chances that I don't watch it at all go through the roof.
All right, you started with cinema, and I think that's the right place to start. Let me go through my list of what is kind of out there cinema-wise, and I'll give you my thoughts, and you jump in one by one as well, right?
Okay.
For the longest time at the end of 2025, it was like 50% of cinemas were just playing nothing but Avatar, Fire and Ash. I mean, not 50% of cinemas, but like 50% of screens in each cinema.
Right.
Was nothing but Avatar, Fire and Ash. And to be honest, I don't think I'm exaggerating. I may actually be underestimating the proportion of screens that showed this movie. And I did not see it. And you did not see it. And we're professional podcasters for cinema. What's the takeaway for James Cameron when two guys who live and breathe cinema, entertainment, haven't even had any desire to go see a 3+ hour third installment of Avatar?
I think you hit the nail on the head. It's not so much the fatigue. It's also sitting in the cinema to watch a 3-hour movie for something that we've already seen twice before.
Yeah, I think it's the 3 hours because, I watch a football game, 3 hours. Like, I don't think I have a problem with 3 hours. I think I have a problem watching a regurgitated film again for 3 hours. I think that's my problem. I feel like I just don't have any upside from watching Avatar anymore. The graphics, to be honest, are, I'm sure, fantastic. I'm sure they're just going to blow my mind considering, the amount of, CGI that they've done. It's probably not even called CGI anymore. It's like something even beyond that.
Yeah.
I'm sure the graphics are fantastic, but like story-wise, plot-wise, character-wise, giving me something new to like think about or ponder or wrap my head around, I just don't feel like Avatar is getting me there. And Fire and Ash looked particularly dark. Like the first one was kind of like jungly. The second one was kind of like watery. This third one looks like the bleakest, actually.
Yeah, because there's a lot of fire and ash, literally.
Yeah. I mean, like, of all the things that you want to kind of see, like, that seems to be, like, it just seems like a lot of, like, smoke and, like, darkness and doesn't appeal to me at all. I think it's shocking to James Cameron that neither one of us wanted to see this at all.
It's also, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's done very well, but it's just, it came out at the very end of the year, in the middle of the holiday season. Everyone's busy with, Christmas, everyone's busy with New Year's. I don't know, maybe it was just me, but in particular this year, I found it difficult to kind of get out of the house and into the cinemas, especially then. And coupled with the fact that I was already less enthused about it, I mean, you and I have joked that we were already dreading sitting in the cinema for 3 hours to see Avatar 6 months ago. All of those things combined together for me to say, you know what, I'm out.
Well, I'm going to push back on you just a little bit because I hear you that, like, holiday season is a very busy season. I actually went with my entire family, which I think is like the first time, oh my God, in like 25 years. And we all saw a movie, and not a single one of us, we're a group of 5, not a single one of us raised or wanted to see Avatar Fire and Ash. 0 for 5. Instead, we saw Kevin James' Solo Mio, which is a totally fine and acceptable, family crew, but I don't think it was because we didn't get out. It was that we didn't want to go out and see that movie.
Right.
Other things in the cinema recently are Send Help. Have you seen it?
I have not.
Do you want to see it? Any thoughts?
No thoughts. It's not been out for me, so I don't have the avenue to even watch it.
Not interested in seeing it. Wuthering Heights, which, to be honest, I don't want to see it, but I also kind of want to understand a little bit more about what it is. It's based on like an Emily Bronte romance novel. Is that right?
Yeah.
Greenland Migration.
No, thank you.
I'm not going to see this based on principle. And the principle is, in the original Greenland, this family fought like hell to get in the bunker.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to humor them. And I'm not going to entertain the idea that now they actually want to get out of the bunker.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's like the next generation and they've all been living in the bunker like Fallout.
You fought to get in that bunker.
You stay in there.
So many lives lost, damage to property. And now you're going to say you know what? This bunker is really not for us. Thanks for saving our lives, but we're going to just take our chances outside. No way. Marty Supreme. Pete, Marty Supreme strikes me as kind of like this Oscar fodder. I could not tell you what it is about. I don't think it's about a pizza. What is this movie about?
Okay, so have you seen any of the trailers, or are you interested in watching this movie?
I don't know if I am or not. I actually don't know what it's about.
Okay, so it's like a fictionalized biopic about this guy who loves playing ping pong. It's set in the 40s or 50s or 60s in New York, or in the States anyway. And he's supposed to be the best ping pong player in the US until he meets his match when he goes to these international championships. I could not get through this movie. It was not for me, and it was one of the first movies I walked out of this year.
Is it funny?
I didn't find it particularly funny. I'm going to caveat that by saying that I don't know if I was in the right frame of mind to watch this movie, but I was not enjoying myself at all, and I don't get all the praise that everyone is dumping on it. It's supposed to be Timothée Chalamet's best performance. It's supposed to be a fantastic movie, blah, 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 blah. None of that appealed to me.
I'm not going to see it then. Absolutely not. First, it's about ping pong. I was kind of is this Napoleon Dynamite? Is it supposed to be funny? What's it about with a name like Marty Supreme? And then I thought, looking at the cover, then I kind of thought oh, maybe is he a mobster or a gangster? But this is about a ping pong biopic? No.
ish. I mean, I'm overgeneralizing certainly, but like again, it did absolutely nothing for me.
Next, Crime 101, which I think I'm going to go see tonight.
Okay.
What's your feeling on Crime 101?
It looks like
You always love a good heist.
I do love a good heist. It looks sexy as hell, and that's no thing.
Yeah.
That's got a lot to do with Halle Berry and Chris Hemsworth. A, it's not available to me, and B, again, something about the trailers just made me say, meh. I wasn't really keen on it. Now, having said that, do I think it's a good movie or not? I'll wait for your review.
I will go. It definitely looks watchable, but I have a feeling that I'll also walk away a little bit disappointed. But it's nice to see Hemsworth. Halle Berry, I have to say, is not a big draw for me. I would really rather that they replace Halle Berry with someone a little bit more modern. She's just not that big of a name for me anymore.
Okay.
You know? Last but not least in cinemas, there's a new 28 Days Later Bone Collector.
Yeah.
This is what I understand. There was at one time a movie called 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
Then there was a 28 Weeks Later.
Yeah.
Then there's a 28 Years Later.
Yeah.
Now there's something called Bone Collector.
Yeah.
They're all about zombies, right?
Basically, yeah. A plague that hits humanity.
Have you seen any of them?
I think I saw 28 Days Later, and then I briefly saw 28 Years Later, but again, it didn't do anything for me. Zombies are not my thing.
Yeah, zombies are not my thing. I'm going to skip this entirely then. All right. So that is everything in cinemas. Now, sticking with feature-length films, we did on our prior episode a breakdown of The Rip on Netflix, Affleck and Damon. Other television movies are The Wrecking Crew. Have you seen this? Yeah, it's Bautista. Yeah, it's Bautista.
Oh, yeah, where they play brothers, right? Estranged brothers.
Yeah, they play brothers.
And Jason Momoa.
Yeah, that's right.
It's on Amazon Prime, right?
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
Yeah, it sounds like your stereotypical Amazon Prime movie. John Cena did one last year.
Yeah. I mean, all three of these guys are a little bit, I want to say, like, swappable. Like they're all big, known to be kind of like muscly, but they've got like good comedic chops as well. Like The Rock was kind of the person that probably, you know, he was like the forefather of all this, right?
I would go even further and say Arnold was first.
Arnold wasn't, I don't think, so comedic as he had like this unintentional comedy about him. Because of like how big he was and how he spoke. But like, I didn't feel like he actually dropped jokes the way that like someone like Cena does. Arnold, I think, was funny just because he was so big and kind of stiff, but definitely he started that genre. The Rock, then kind of like took that torch from him. And then, now it's kind of Cena, Bautista, and Momoa. And you know what I'm desperately hoping does not happen? I do not want Travis Kelce to be this next guy.
Oh, my God.
Please no. All right, let's switch gears. Time to talk television. What are you watching?
I'm watching the latest series of Shrinking. That's back on.
I do like Shrinking. What season is this now?
This is the third season.
Oh, I watched season 1, and I have to say I had a very positive vibe. Yeah, I don't think I watched season 2 at all. Was it good?
I enjoyed it. I loved it. Yeah, and in general, I like it. So I'm enjoying it.
Oh,
it's
that's
nice
great.
to see Harrison Ford in this kind of a role.
Yeah, that's true. He's kind of like softened himself a little bit. I mean, his character is not soft, but like his ability to now take on these roles, I think, is a little bit soft.
Yeah.
Right? So let's stick with Amazon. Did you watch Pluribus?
I did, and I loved it.
I loved it too. I thought that was like, I don't know if I'd say that's a breakout show of the year, but that was like, man, I got a lot of happiness watching that movie or that show. A lot of happiness. I know you love that character.
And that ending was fantastic.
The ending was fantastic. Like, they nailed the end of season 1, huh?
Yeah, I can't wait for season 2. Like, I'm really...
You love Rhea Seehorn. You love Rhea Seehorn.
I have a massive crush on her as it is, but, like...
Yeah.
It has now surpassed Silo as the must-watch show for me on Apple TV.
I think the difference between Pluribus and Silo is that, one, Silo is very dark, like the lighting, and it's nice to watch Pluribus, which is not. And I think that Pluribus is a little bit funnier. Like, there's some very subtle humor in there, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I have to say, like, I didn't really love Rhea Seehorn's character. I mean, she is, I know that's what you need her to be, but I mean, she's a little bit negative and pessimistic and gruff. I don't really love her character, but I love the show and I love the thinking that, you know, it's caused me to do. It's very, very clever. Very clever.
And again, Apple TV swinging for the fences and hitting that home run with another good sci-fi show.
Oh, man. Absolutely. That's the thing about Apple TV Plus, though. We've said it once, we've said it 1,000 times, or maybe 325. There's two good shows we just talked about, Shrinking, Pluribus. What else? It's just such a limited lineup, you know? Once you get done with those, there's just nowhere to go. Whereas, okay, let's talk about Netflix. We talked about The Rip, the movie. Are you watching Unfamiliar?
I am not.
Very solid, like, spy thriller based in Berlin, Germany. I've watched kind of the first 2 or 3 episodes. Definitely your style. So that's Unfamiliar. I've started season 4 of Stranger Things. Have you finished it?
I have.
Not a spoiler alert, but I haven't finished season 4. Will I be happy or unhappy with the ending?
I'm not going to tell you.
What?
Yeah, because A, I don't think you and I are going to have the same opinion on it, and B, I don't want to color your view on it either way.
All right, so we'll maybe talk about that in a separate ramble after I finish season 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Speaking of season 4s, my guilty pleasure, Bridgerton season 4 is out.
Okay.
You've never watched the Bridgertons, have you?
Except for Scream or Skip, I have not.
Oh, I think you skipped it, right?
Yeah, no, I gave it a skip, but I fully recognize that it would be very successful.
It's so funny that you gave Streamer Skip, you gave it a skip. I came back and watched it, and I am sincerely enthralled with it. I don't know why. I do know why, but I don't know. I really like it. I am not watching this on Netflix, but I've heard it's fantastic, which is called His and Hers. Have you seen this pop up on your feed at all?
No, it hasn't.
I'm a little bit on the fence yet, but I watched Landman Season 2. Did you see that? Part of the Sheridan
I
universe.
gave up on Landman. It's just, it wasn't for me.
I have to say, season 1 I thought was very appealed to kind of like the lowest elements, right? I mean, it was very vulgar, objectified his wife and daughter a little bit, you know, like it was, I thought, very crass.
Okay.
Season 2 has toned it down and become much more of a drama. I wouldn't say that it's eliminated all those other things, but it's toned it down again a little bit and it's become more dramatic. I was into season 2.
Okay.
Like, I'll definitely continue it.
Okay.
I don't know where this is. I think it's on HBO, but it's called All Her Fault with Sarah Snook.
Oh, I think I saw a trailer for it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so.
Yes. It's complex, but it originates from her son being kidnapped.
Okay.
I think it's very solid. Do you remember the show we watched on Apple TV Plus with Jake Gyllenhaal where he's a lawyer? It's called Innocent or something, right?
Yeah, that's right. It was Innocent.
I would say this is a very similar genre. If you liked Innocent, where it's got all this kind of who's done it and other like drama that surrounds kind of the main event, I would say that you would like All Her Fault.
Okay.
They have a lot in common. Oh, the last thing that we didn't talk about, and we absolutely have to, is Night of the Seven Kingdoms on Amazon Prime.
Oh my God.
What is that reaction all about?
I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what the reaction is. I'm kind of tired of Game of Thrones.
Whoa.
I know,
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
It's unbelievable that I'm saying this.
Talk about a hot take. Why? Pete, why?
I think there's one too many Game of Thrones TV shows on.
Really? Man. So let me tell you my experience, Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And I encourage you to watch it.
Okay.
I watched episode 1 with my sister. And my sister is forever credited with getting me involved in Game of Thrones.
Okay.
And we both watched episode 1, and we were both kind of like, and like the way we watched it was like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is going to be so good. Game of Thrones is back. We're so excited. And by the end of that first episode, we were kind of like, meh, like that didn't really do anything for us. It was a very slow developing, plot neutral, character neutral introductory episode. Kind of the textbook of what you should not do for a first episode of a new series if you want to hook watchers. You know, like the opposite of Pluribus, for example.
Okay.
I thought it was just a nothing burger. My sister didn't like it. We didn't watch a second episode. We just, all right, that's it. Then like kind of a week later, I'm like, well, let's give it another try. And I watched the second episode. And I have to say, after the second episode, it wasn't like I was like all in, but I was definitely like, well, now I've got to go at least one more. You know, like it hooked me to get that one more. And I'm almost finished with the third one. And I'll tell you, I've probably got like 5 or 10 minutes left. And there's something very climactic coming up in the third episode that I specifically didn't get to because I was kind of like, I mean, this is too much information, but I was rushing to like do something else. And I'm like, no. Like I got to give this my full attention. Like I'll just save this last 10 minutes for later. So I'm like at the end of the third episode. I'm in for the whole season, I think. And I think one of the reasons I'm in is if you never watched Game of Thrones, you never watched House of the Dragon, you could absolutely watch this series on its own. Nothing is lost.
Okay.
And I would even go so far as to say that apart from the fact that they've said it's part of the Game of Thrones universe, and apart from the fact that there's a casual dropping of Targaryen and a casual mention of dragons, this could entirely be something else, and you wouldn't know that it's related to that universe at all.
Okay.
You know,
okay, so
you could absolutely in a conversation say, instead of Lord Targaryen, Lord Pete, and the plot wouldn't change. You know, the implication wouldn't change at all. It's more just kind of like it's more like catnip for like the Game of Thrones fans. Like, oh, that's Lord Targaryen. He's so young, or he's so old, or he's so. I wonder how he's related to this person and what happened. But plot-wise, it's totally irrelevant.
Okay.
So take that if you will. But I mean, it's definitely the same knights in armor, you know, swashbuckling with swords. You know, it's the same style. So, I mean, if you don't want to see knights jousting and swinging swords at each other and all the other kind of things that Game of Thrones is known for, this is not for you. But if you're like, oh, I'm just so sick of the Lannisters and I'm so sick of like Castle Rock and stuff like that, this has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
That's my Knight of the Seven Kingdoms defense. I think that's the extent of everything that I'm watching, want to watch, or will watch.
Outside of Streamer Skip, that is.
Outside of Streamer Skip.
Perfect.
All right. Pete, our patented ramble is coming to a close. Always a pleasure. Love to do it again sometime. Before we sign off for the day, for the episode, can you read off all of our social media, YouTube jazz, how people like, ring the bell, and so forth?
All right, leave a comment below, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to hit that notification bell so that you know when the next episode of the Films and Stuff podcast drops for you.
Pete could not have said it better myself. Thank you for joining us. Listeners, thank you for tuning in to our non-intellectual property protected ramble. We don't want to give the false impression that we have applied to the United States Patent and Trademark Office. There is no protection available for this except copyright protection. But you are welcome to copy, disseminate as you like, because we love listeners and we appreciate you turning in. Pete, thanks as always. We'll see you guys next time, next episode, Films and Stuff Podcast.
Thanks, Ethan. Thanks, everyone.
Bye now.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Films and Stuff. If you haven't already, please subscribe and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever podcasts are downloaded. Films and Stuff. There is no substitute.